Millions have watched Netflix hit Ancient Apocalypse, which is just the latest interpretation of an enduring tale. But in its appeal to race science, it's more than merely controversial or a story that was first told 2,300 years ago. The myth of Atlantis has demonstrated a remarkable persistence over the millennia. Originally outlined by Plato, the tale of the rise of a great, ancient civilization followed by its cataclysmic destruction has since generated myriad interpretations. Many versions have been intriguing and entertaining, but none have been as controversial as its most recent outing in the Netflix series Ancient Apocalypse. Presented by the author Graham Hancock, the program argues that a once sophisticated culture was destroyed by floods triggered by a giant comet which crashed on Earth, a disaster that inspired the legend of Atlantis, it is claimed. As to the suggested location of this lost civilization, these have ranged from the Sahara to the Antarctic and countless places in between. There were the Nazis. Many swore by the idea that a white Nordic superior race, people of the purest blood, had come from Atlantis. As a result, Himmler set up an SS unit, the Ahnenerbe, or Bureau of Ancestral Heritage, in 1935 to find out where people from Atlantis had ended up after the deluge had destroyed their homeland. And that, in part, explains why the myth of an ancient, lost civilization is so useful. It is a basic tale of a rise and fall that can be corralled and exploited for all sorts of causes. Plato meant his tale to be an allegory. Atlantis was destroyed by the gods who had grown angry with the hubris displayed by its inhabitants and so destroyed it. Don't get too big for your boots, in other words. 14 cubic miles of rock were hurled into the atmosphere, triggering huge tsunamis and a hail of ash that would have destroyed the Minoan civilization which then flourished on Crete.